Hello girls, the purpose of this video is to give you some tips on note-taking and research directions for your investigation of the historical accuracy and the historical depth of the movie Schindler's List. So let's move across to this sample note-taking grid. So here we've just got two columns. We've got Schindler's List, Clip 2, Viewing Notes, and in this column we're going to describe the scene and we're going to put the time marker so we can find our way back there to very easily to check information. I've got an instruction here: write detailed notes for yourself, but make reference very concisely to these notes in your essay. We don't want every single detail replicated in your essay, copied in your essay, because then you don't have enough space to get your research in. And some girls in your practice essays, you're writing as if this was your research. Your research is not watching the film. You are evaluating the historical accuracy of the film. So you will describe a scene concisely, and you will probably do it in less words than your note-taking, but you'll be very mindful that you choose your words in a useful, purposeful way. In this column on the right, you think about the significance of that. So questions: is the concept of Schindler manipulating the bureaucratic system accurate? If so, how did he manipulate the bureaucracy? Now, we looked at this issue earlier in Schindler's List Clip 1, but this is another scene. So it's something that you could look at again, but you would be bringing in different material, not the same research material that I provided for you girls in the like sample. So you're not going to be rewarded for other people's research. So you could look at the bureaucracy again in the context of your own independent research, is what I'm saying. So if Schindler really did do that kind of thing, how did he do it? Okay, so that's a bit of a to-do note for the research. Now, not everything you put here and here you're going to use in your essay, girls. You'll end up with quite a few points. So you will then be selective when it comes to writing your actual essay. So let's go across to an advanced Google search template. So to get to this template, I just Googled advanced Google search and I filled in these search terms. So all these terms, I want something about Schindler. I put in the term manipulate. The asterisk just means that I've left letters off the end of the word, so it'll catch manipulation, manipulate, and so on, manipulated. It may not be a great word, it's very specific. You might think that you would be better off writing it, that word, in any of these words box. It's up to you. You experiment. In the any of these words box for this search, I've written bureaucracy and I've written administration. Maybe I should have just got rid of the Y and got rid of the ION and put an asterisk, for the same reasons that I explained up here, but I haven't done that. That's okay. You experiment, girls. I've got edu written in the site or domain box. Now, if we run, let's run that search. Okay. Digital Commons. Let's have a look at this one. So this has been shared with everybody on the internet. University of Nebraska. Okay. So there's going to be some quality investigation there, you would imagine. So a Pulitzer Prize-winning essay, 2005. Okay, now it's quite a long essay. You could read the whole thing, or what you might choose to do, I've just done Command F, which is Command Find, and it's out of the frame of the recording, but I've written Schindler. And Schindler is written 74 times in this article. So what's it got here? In these portrayals, Jews are seen, so it's talking about not just the film, but some representations of the Jews at the time of the Holocaust. We see them as passive sufferers whose only salvation is through the Christ-like intercession of the rescuer. That's interesting. And it's saying a notable example of that kind of portrayal where you've got the Christian being the big hero and going in and saving the Jews. A notable example of that is Schindler's List, or certain portrayals of Oskar Schindler. Okay, I'm now thinking this looks like an interesting article. So I am now going to, in my initial skim or selective scan, I've got my search term up. I am going to hit the arrow so it takes me to all of the occasions where Schindler's name is mentioned in the article. Okay. Right, I'll keep on going. Okay, now we've got, there's been a bit of an intro, now we've got specific information about the film based on the 1982 Thomas Keneally novel, so on. Okay, I'll just take myself through. Okay, here we're being told that Spielberg is targeting a Christian audience. I'll keep on going. Okay, although Schindler's List is mainly a story of rescue and redemption, all three major themes of Holocaust representation are present. I'd have to go back to find out what the writer of this article is saying about that. The emphasis on Schindler's charm, virility, and wiliness exaggerate his power and status. Okay, the closest that he comes to being a victim is the brief stint that he spends in German jail for kissing a Jewish girl. He's portrayed as an opportunist masquerading as a Nazi. That's true. Okay, I keep flicking through the film and so on. Girls, this would be the kind of article that it would pay you to have a look at. And what we might comment on is the fact that when I put in the search terms, I had a particular idea in mind. I thought that it might help answer, that article might help us answer, is the concept of Schindler manipulating the bureaucratic system accurate? But maybe this article will be more helpful for another question that is posed by your research notes. In sum, I want you to use the advanced Google search template. You can look at other sites as well, but when you are making your notes, make sure that you can get back to that particular scene through a time reference, and make sure that you reflect on the significance of those notes. Like, what is an issue that you think you could explore in a meaningful way? What is an issue that arises from these notes or is suggested by these notes that you have taken? Then, of course, when you do your research, you can write the reference here. In this case, the article that we've just looked at, I would do that, put that as a reference. That will take you back there, and then you can put more detailed information about the reference, and then you will make notes under here. That's an article that's got page numbers, so that when you take notes, from a paged article, you will write the page number above each set of notes. and you will also make it very clear what is directly copied and what isn't. What I often do is paraphrased information I will put in square brackets, and any notes that I take that don't have, that I haven't paraphrased, that have been directly copied, I won't have square brackets around those notes. Remember that coding is very important because that helps us to stop ourselves accidentally plagiarising. That is, it helps us to preserve our academic honesty. Okay, bye for now.